In a small village called Umwodo, nestled between rolling hills and lush green fields, there lived a young girl named Adaeze. Adaeze was a daughter of a poor family. Her father, Obu, was a farmer who worked hard to grow crops, while her mother, Nkechi, took care of the household. They had little, but they had love, and they always shared what they had with others. Adaeze was the eldest of 5 children, and because her parents struggled to provide for the family, she took it upon herself to help them in any way she could. Every day, she woke up before dawn to tend to the small garden at home, planting yam, cassava, and vegetables. Afterward, she would walk to the farms of other villagers, offering to help with planting, harvesting, or even carrying heavy loads. She worked hard, never complaining, and always gave her best. But life was not easy for Adaeze. She wore old clothes, and her feet were often covered with blisters from walking barefoot through the rough paths of the village. Some people in the village would whisper about her, saying she was poor and would never amount to much. But Adaeze didn't listen to them. She knew that hard work, patience, and kindness would lead her to better days. One sunny afternoon, after finishing a long day of work in the fields, Adaeze was walking back to her village when she saw an old woman sitting by the side of the road. The woman was thin, with a white head wrap and a walking stick. She looked tired and frail. Adaeze immediately stopped and greeted her. "Good evening, Ma," Adaeze said, bowing her head respectfully. The old woman smiled weakly. "Good evening, my child. You have a kind heart. I've been working for a long time and my legs are tired. Would you be kind enough to help me to the village?" Without hesitation, Adaeze helped the old woman stand up and offered to carry her basket. As they walked together, the old woman began to speak. "You are a hard-working girl, Adaeze. I've seen you in the fields, helping others even when you have little for yourself. Your kindness will not go unnoticed. The gods will surely bless you," the old woman said, her eyes twinkling with wisdom. Adaeze felt a warm glow in her heart, but did not ask for any reward. She simply smiled and continued to help the old woman. When they reached the village, the old woman thanked Adaeze. "I want to give you something for your hard work and kindness," she said, reaching into her basket and pulling out a small worn-out calabash. "Inside this calabash is a magical seed. Plant it in your farm and you will see wonders." Adaeze was surprised. "But I have nothing to offer in return, Ma." The old woman chuckled. "Your heart is your greatest offering, my child. Plant the seed and your fortunes will change." Adaeze thanked the old woman and went home. That night, she told her parents about the encounter, and they agreed that she should plant the seed the next morning. The next day, Adaeze carefully planted the magical seed in the corner of her garden. She watered it every day, as she had done with the other crops. Weeks passed, and one day, she noticed something amazing. The plant began to grow faster than any other. Within a few days, it grew into a large tree with golden fruits hanging from its branches. The tree was unlike anything anyone had ever seen. Its fruits shone brightly in the sun, and the air around it felt warmer and more inviting. Daisy knew that the old woman's words were true. She harvested the fruit and took them to the village market. To her surprise, the fruits were worth more than anything she had ever sold. People from neighboring villages came to buy them, and soon Daisy became known as the girl who had found a magical tree. With the money she earned, Daisy was able to buy better tools for farming and started a small shop in the village. She used her wealth to help her family and the people in her village. She gave to those who had nothing, just as she had once given to the old woman. Slowly but surely, Daisy's hard work and kindness transformed her life. Years passed, and Daisy became one of the most respected women in Umuodo. She built a large house for her parents and ensured that her siblings went to school. She never forgot the lessons she had learned, that kindness, hard work, and patience could change one's life. One day, as Daisy sat under the shade of the magical tree, she smiled and remembered the old woman's words. "The gods have truly blessed me," she thought, and from that day on, Daisy continued to share her good fortune with others, always remembering that true wealth comes from the heart. And so, Daisy's name lived on in Umuodo as a symbol of hard work, kindness, and the belief that fortune can smile on anyone who believes in the power of good deeds. This is the end of the story. Please subscribe for more interesting and captivating story.